so important you give the right people an ick. If you aren't giving people the ick, you're probably not being fully authentic. Now, look, don't use this as an opportunity to stop showering, to stop shaving and be a slob and not dress nice. That's a total misconstrue. You've misconstrued my point here. But if you're just being yourself and you're putting yourself out there, doing art, doing your thing, and you're sharing from your heart, and you give some people the ick, then that's good. That's perfect. Those aren't the people that you want to develop a relationship with or a friendship with, or you're just not going to connect with everyone. And that doesn't mean you have to hate them or they have to hate you. No, it's okay. You just let them be as they are. You want to be as authentic and true to yourself and effortless as possible. And then you want to attract the people who are attracted and care for you in that zone. Okay. So I have a mate and he is he is a monkey because he is always coming to me and coming to everyone for advice about girls. Like, how do I text this girl, man? How do I not freak her out? How do I not do it properly? I'm not doing it properly. I'm so scared. And dude, like every single time, it just does not work out with the girl that he's talking to. It's because he's thinking way too much about it and he's trying to avoid giving them the ick. And the problem is, if you do that, and if that's the way you build relationships, you build friendships, or you do your business, then you're gonna have to maintain the fakeness, and that's just not a nice place to be. But if you're just being yourself, you're being true to your heart, um, it is a lot more freeing because the people who aren't around you, who like probably aren't good people to hang around for you, they will drop out of your life, or they will lift up to your level and join you and respect you for where you're at. And to be honest, you want to be really, really caring about who you let into your life. In fact, you should have a VIP celebrity list for who is allowed to have your time and be in your life. And this is a really cool thing that you only allow and you only tolerate people who are loving, kind, and caring towards you and really enjoy your company. In fact, you might even keep some people around who don't really, just because they're funny and they're really fun. You don't need to make it that deep all the time. Um, so the thing is, right, what are the benefits of giving people, like the right people, an ick? Well, first of all, it gets the wrong influences out of your life. If they're going to get the ick around you, then they probably don't really care about you. And there's just probably not a match or resonance there. So, that's time you're wasting with that person where you could be someone and be with someone who appreciates you, loves you, respects you, and finds you awesome. Um, and the thing is that you're not going to find everyone awesome either. You're not going to find the person who has the ick with you, probably someone that you'd connect with. Now, see, if you really want to not give that person an ick, it means that you're manipulating them because you essentially saying, I'm going to edit my behavior to try control your reaction to me. No, like drop that shit right now. You don't want that person in your life. They're probably boring. They're probably not someone you'd like. And even if they liked you back, it's not probably someone you'd want to be with. So you'd kind of end up ghosting them anyway. Oh, hold on, I'm just checking out my angles, dude. I love my new iPhone. The other thing is that you can actually love and care for and send love out into the world for people who actually get icks about you and judge you and criticize you. You don't actually need to fall into their kind of vibe. You don't need to be controlled by the negative energy. In fact, you can just stay within yourself, connecting, loving with a good intention, and be out in the world. And it doesn't need to affect you. In fact, if you are ruthless in cutting out the bad vibes and you just keep going on with your life, then what you're going to find is that people are soon will be wanting to get your attention. Soon people will be wanting to get validation from you. Soon people will want more of your time. But at that point, you are only keeping authentic and company with people who are kind, who are loving, who are high vibes. And when I mean high vibes, it means that they connect with your heart and it feels good for you. Now, this doesn't give you an excuse to be a douchebag or nasty to people. You can be kind to everyone. You can be loving with everyone. But you don't need to trust everyone and you don't need to give everyone your time. That's just a simple, plain fact. And eventually you'll get so good at this, so fulfilled within yourself, so much self-respect that eventually you can start just sharing that self-respect and giving love to others. A big part of this is learning how to respect the no within yourself. That means saying no to someone else, that it's okay to say no. And then loving and respecting a no in someone else as well. When you can love and respect someone saying no, that is a beautiful and empowering thing. When you can allow for free will in others, you can allow for free will within yourself. You don't need to like anyone, and they don't need to like you, but you can still show respect and still show love and kindness. And the coolest thing is that you get to be yourself and broadcast yourself out into the world. And you might generate some haters, you might generate some weird vibes, you might generate people who don't like you. But if you can really learn to love yourself, what will happen, that negative energy that is like shot at you, won't affect you. It'll piss people off even more, and you'll gain more power. And it's a bit of a smug thing. It is kind of smug, but I think having a tiny bit of smugness is okay, man. Okay if it's coming from the right space. And yeah, like, you don't need to tolerate bullshit. That's one of the most beautiful things that I've learned. And you can cut people off and be totally strict on what you want and what you will tolerate in your life. So boys, go ahead and give the icks, man. Give the icks. Like, if you're giving an ick and you're afraid of giving icks, stop that shit, man. Anyway, you're not trying to attract a massive audience or everyone. You're only trying to attract the person that is right for you, that is right and perfect and true for you. And on that journey, you might attract more people when you start giving up and letting go of having to attract everyone. Like, it's just a natural thing that happens. And if you start getting a lot more attention, you need to increase your self-respect to protect yourself as well. Because if you don't respect yourself, you're going to allow others to disrespect you as well. But when you respect yourself, you love yourself, and you extend that same courtesy to others, you're going to allow others to say no. You're going to allow yourself to say no. You'll tolerate things that can be tolerated, but you won't tolerate and accept things that aren't. And then you'll respect others' boundaries as well. It's a beautiful up and up. And at the very least, you can have respect for someone, which is a really awesome thing. And hey, we've made mistakes in the past. We've had regrets in the past. Boys, we don't need to live with it. We don't need to live with it on our back. We can be free of it. We can have permission to drop that and let that go. And you can forgive yourself, dude. It's okay. There's so much fear around shame and cringe these days, especially with social media and different things. We all have shame, man. We all have cringe. That's all to be loved and accepted. That's just the human nature of things, okay? And some people just aren't aware of that yet. And we can love and create space for them as well. Big man Jake here. That's all from me today. Go give someone the ick.